So last time I posted a video, and well, it has done very well. It was done during the lockdown. I was teaching Rogers, my friend, how to drive a manual car. Now, Rogers does know how to drive right now. He knew how to drive automatic then. But I have a lot of skeptics that say, okay, your teaching style is too fast, I can't learn, this is bullshit and all that. So today I'm going to teach someone that has never driven. And I'm going to teach them manual car. And she's a woman. So I'm going to teach her from scratch. We're going to learn step by step, and we may have to do like 2 to 3 to 4 videos out of this, but no worries. If you want to see her journey as she learns how to drive, my goal is to make sure that at the end of this series of videos, she knows and she can drive on her own. Now today, we're going to cover first of all the basics, but she's going to sit here and actually drive. Anyway, so I'm teaching her. She has never done it. She knows where the clutch is. She knows where the brake is. She knows where the accelerator is. Now, this is what happens. Immediately when you get into a manual car, your foot rests on the brake pedal. She knows where the brake pedal is, and I'm sure you know. Now, let me put an illustration for you here on the screen so that you see. You see, the brake pedal is in the middle, okay? The clutch pedal is on the left, and the accelerator pedal is on the right. Now the accelerator, every car has it. The brake pedal, every car has it. Now the two pedals on the right, every car has them. The accelerator is on the extreme right, and it's normally long. Okay. Now the brake pedal is normally the fat. That's normally that. So, and the manual car has something extra, which is what we call the clutch pedal. Now the clutch pedal is what you use to control the gears. Okay, so she knows, and now I'm sure you know. Now look at the diagram again. Now, immediately when you get into the car, you step the brake. That's the first thing you do. Now remember, there is all this crap. If you could focus on the steering wheel, there is all this crap that people tell you that as you drive a car, your hand should be 9, 11, and all that. This is how you hold it. Well, that's stuff that the driving school will teach you. That's not stuff that I teach. Now, I'm teaching her the rudimentary way, the way I learned, because I personally did not go to a driving school. A friend of mine had a taxi and the matatu, and in the evening when he came back from his rounds, he would park at my place and say, Jango to get to Uganda, and then I would go and I would put fuel of 5k. Then 5k was worth like 2.5 liters. Now 5k doesn't even get you a liter of fuel. But away from that, I would go and drive and then go back home. I drove for like 3 days. I really wanted to learn to drive. That's how I learned to drive. Now I'm hoping she wants to actually learn how to drive. Now we're going to get into it. A manual car has a number of differences, okay? The first very noticeable difference, and there is a time I went to do wheel alignment for my car, this very car. And I went to a petrol station around Bombo Road, and I wanted to do wheel alignment. Now, you know how the wheel alignment guys say, so I get out of the car. And the moment the guy sits, then he asks, drive where you are. Like there was no D, there was no N, there was no neutral. Now that's the first noticeable difference you will see in the manual car. It's going to have a gear lever, okay? And now this gear lever, instead of having the writings below the gear lever, drive, neutral, parking, blah, 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 it will have a sort of instructions of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now in the odometer space, you'll also not see it, you not see the lights that say drive, park, blah, blah, blah. You'll not see that. You'll just have the speed meter, you'll have the rev, you'll have the heat gauge, and then you'll have the fuel gauge, and then the other things, the battery, the warning lights. Yeah, that's all you'll have in a manual car. And if you're going to buy a car and you want manual, if you want to see that the car was changed, because the car that was automatic and changed to manual can never ever be comfortable. It has to be original. That's the first place you look, the odometer. So anyway, now I'm giving her instructions. I'm giving you instructions. If I have access to a manual car, pause this video, go get the manual car, and then sit in the driver's seat. This is what we're going to do. So focus. So now this is how you sit. Okay. Now if you could just focus down here, down here, Yeah, like that. Now this is the gear lever I was telling you about. Normally in an automatic car, it has it goes up and down. Well, this one has so many ways you can go. Now here it's in free. For you to know that the vehicle is in free, what you do is you move the lever left and right. If it goes freely, that's free. Now the car, if you're downhill, it can actually go down without trouble. Now if it's not in free, it cannot go left and right. Okay, it can't. So of course it has a handbrake. Now some automatic cars don't have this handbrake. They actually have foot brakes. Now the foot brakes are down there, like the Raum, there are Spacios, there is a Toyota Mark II, and so many cars that have foot brakes. They don't have this handbrake. Okay, so now if this is what tells you where the gear is for the learners. Now for people like me, we know. We know what to do. We don't need instructions. I could just put it in there without looking. But anyway, for the learner, number 1 is on the extreme left up. That's 1. Down on the left, extreme left is 2. And then, so you do number 1, extreme left up, extreme left down, you go to number 2. Then you bring it back to free. And then right there where the gear lever rests, you have number 3 up. That's in the middle. And then if you want to go to number 4, you just come back down. And then you go to number 4. Now you want to go to number 5, which is normally a gear that you engage when you're going very fast. You come back to free, okay? And then go to the extreme right, and then you put number 5. Okay? Now, reverse. You come back to free, where it can go left and right, free. And then you go extreme right, down. And then that's reverse. Okay, so now that's how the gears move. Now come back to my face. Come on, my beautiful face. Anyway, so this is what happens. You've seen how the gears move, right? So if you're going to sit in a manual car, let me just tell other things the driving school guys would say. When I was driving in a taxi, that friend of mine, he did not show me things like the wipers. He did not show me things like the indicators. I'd be turning to the right and say, hey, total demo indicator, and then indicator anywhere. And then I would put the indicator. That's how I learned things like that. He did not show me how to engage the lights. Oh my God. How we learned. If you learned how to drive the way I learned how to drive, give me thumbs up, subscribe, share this video with those people that don't know how to drive manual cars. And then also tell them how it feels to drive uphill. Now, this person. So, now, look here, focus here. Now, on Toyota cars that are right-hand drive, this is the wiper, okay? So you pull it down and the wiper will do. That's the wiper. On this side, there is the indicator. No, you can't see, don't stress. There's the indicator and then blah, 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 and all that. So, stay there. I'm going to show you how to drive a manual car. And this is quite, this is awesome. Anyway, so when the moment you get into a manual car and you sit, put your leg, the right leg. Yes, my sexy legs. I do squats also. So, your right leg steps the brake, okay, because you need the car to be stationary as you start. You don't want to be starting the car and then it goes downhill or backwards or in front and then it knocks someone. So you rest your right leg, okay, on the brakes. Then you carry your left leg. You can carry it if you want. Some people are really heavy, so you might have to carry it. But if you don't have to carry it, rest your left leg on the extreme left pedal, which is the clutch. Make sure the vehicle is in free, left, right. Make sure the handbrake is up, engaged. Make sure the handbrake works. Very many manual cars, the handbrakes don't work. That's why you find that it's facing downhill and then they have to put a brake down there, okay? So, now that you've done that, the right leg is perfectly rested on the brake pedal. The left leg is perfectly rested on the clutch pedal. The gear lever is in free. The handbrake is engaged, it's up, okay? Like the driving school guys say, your hands are in 9-11 or whatever they call it, okay? Normally they say 9 o'clock or 10 minutes past 9 or 11 minutes past 9. Yeah. So this anyway. But the reason they say this is because when you hold the steering like this is the most steady time this is the most steady you'll ever be. Like here you can actually grab the can by the balls. Anyway, so all that has been done. You get your right hand, because we are in Uganda, but even the left hand drives. Normally the keys is this side. So you get your right hand, you see? That's what I'm teaching. Yes, you're on camera. I want them to know you're there. So you get your right hand. I'm imagining the key is not yet in there. Get the key from wherever you kept it. Put it in there. Ignition switch. Engage the switch. You heard that sound? Yeah. That's me engaging the switch. And with your left leg perfectly rested on the left pedal, which is the clutch, and your right leg rested on the middle pedal, which is the brakes. Clutch, brake, you start. You see? Now, I want you to know one thing. When you start the car, before you start the car, the brake will be hard, okay? Now, when you start the car, the brake will soften up. It will actually go down. Okay, but don't worry. Now, if your car is modernized like my old 2001 Corolla, when you step the brake and the car starts, it will engage the lock, and then the car will lock itself. Security. So there is no way you're going to start the car and then move, and then the thieves come open the door and then steal your bag, because the car is modernized. Yes, it's old, but it's modernized. Anyway, now back down here. I know I have a sexy face, but down here. So we have started the car, okay? The next thing we are going to learn is how to engage the gears, okay? The clutch, this left leg is rested on the clutch. The right leg is rested on the brake pedal. The clutch helps you engage gears, okay? So you're going to, remember we said number 1 is on the extreme left, extreme upper left, okay? Now we have engaged. Now when you engage gear number 1, and you slowly let go of the clutch without letting go of the brakes, you'll actually feel the car drift a little. It will start vibrating like it wants to go, it badly wants to move. Yeah, that's you see my leg? Now that's me letting go of the clutch. Now if you let go of the clutch and you don't let go, let me say this again to make clear. When you start the car, your left leg rested on the clutch, your right leg rested on the brake. And you engage number 1 like we did. When you start letting go of the clutch, you will hear the car vibrating. You'll hear the car. You'll feel it's trying to struggle to move, okay? The car will struggle to move, like it wants to go. And now, if you let the clutch go fast, whoop, see, what shook there? That was the car, the engine going off. Why? Because you let go of the clutch without letting go of the brake and without actually starting to press the accelerator. Okay, so now we're going to start this again. So let's start this again. The process is the same. You have your key in hand, your right leg on the brakes, your left leg on the clutch. Okay, you engage the key in the ignition switch, and the switch, you see, that was the switch. Yes, and then boom, we start the car. And then we engage gear number 1. Now, away from my face and down here, let's make sure we get the steering wheel, we get the gear lever, we get the handbrake, and we get a bit of my sexy legs. So, So, I'm going to start again now with everything down here. This is the key. Yeah, my car has 2 keys, one for the alarm, and then the other one actually starts the car. Majority of men, if they are serious about their cars, they have more than 1 key. Now, both these keys can start the car, but with these Chinese alarm keys, they are not strong. Now, if you see, it was already shaking. That's a sign. Let's go back to business. So you have your key, ignition, you start the car, you press the clutch, make sure you know the clutch is on the left, extreme, and then the brake is on the right, so left leg, right leg, okay? So we engage number 1, all right? We engage number 1, and then with your right leg pressed on the brakes, you let go of the handbrake. You see, the gear is engaged in number 1. Now you start letting go of the clutch slowly, you see, and then you let go of the brake. You see, the car is moving. If you could just focus, let's see with the car how it moves. You see, we let go of the clutch. You see, the car is moving. Yeah, it's nice for people that love to drive now. If you've not driven a manual car in a long time and you're feeling bad because it's me who is driving it. Yeah. See? Now back here, back down. So now when the car is moving and you want to engage another gear, now you see I've let go of the clutch. You see my leg, this leg, beautiful leg. It's the one that was on the clutch. Now don't try this at home. This is for pros. I'm actually driving. One of my legs is up. I can actually put it in. So anyway, I've let go of the clutch and the car is moving. I want to engage number 2 from number 1. So what do? You get this left leg, press it on the clutch, and then engage number 2. Now you want to drive with number 2 as well, the way I drove with number 1. You let go of the clutch and it's moving. Now, do you want to engage number 3? This is what you'll do. Put your leg on the clutch again. Remember, we say number 3 is where you first bring it to free, where it can go left and right. And then 3 is right up where you are. And then again, number 3. See? And then number 4, engage the clutch again and then go down to number 4. Okay, now you not go to number 5 definitely. So you do the same, number 5. Now, this is a rule. You don't ever go to reverse when the car is moving. That's too idiotic. You never go to reverse when the car is moving. If you want to engage the reverse gear, make sure that the car is at a complete stop. Now, when it's at a complete stop, you press the clutch and engage reverse. Now, some cars, when you engage reverse, they receive in that sound. Now, mine doesn't, so I've engaged it. Let them see. My car is going reverse. Ooh. And see me. It's going reverse, and I'm not even looking in anyway. I'm just using the side mirrors. That's something I don't want to do. You might have to actually look. Put your head back. But for me, I'm driving backwards and I'm not looking behind me. I'm simply using the side mirrors. When I'm going fast, yeah. That's our lesson for today. So now I just want to make sure that everything is clear before we go. Now today's lesson is going to stop when she has actually driven like a 500 meters. We'll see how many gears she engages. Okay? Just to make sure she remembers. I'm going to go to a complete stop and I'll start the instructions again. Oh, by the way, if you want to learn how to drive manual and not get caught by police or law enforcement, make sure you go to the deserted place. Now, I've done something pretty bad. I'm learning next to the law enforcement, and the station is just down there. But anyway, let me just go through the steps again for her to understand. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to come. The seat is far away for you to reach the center. Hold the lever down here, up, and then your bottom. You've seen what I did? Have they seen what I did? Make sure this. So, put the place where you comfortable driving. Because money is not like you need to have full control. Okay? So, and then you will put your key in here. Okay? And then you start the car. And then you put the clutch number 1. Disengage the handbrake. Okay? So, we are starting again. I'm assuming she's comfortably seated in her seat. Are the legs comfortable? Can you reach the pedals properly? All the pedals. The accelerator, the clutch. Where is the clutch? The clutch, the very left pedal. The brakes, you can reach them? Are you sure you can drive? This seat seems to be so far away. Reach down on your right. There is a clutch there. Hatch it as you pull it. You need to pull, not that, the other one. Pull it up. There. I think that, can you see all the side mirrors properly?
Yeah.
All? You can see behind. So if a border was coming behind, yes, even the driving mirror. Good. Yeah, you can see everything. Now, some things you should know. Whenever you're parking a manual car, try as much as possible to park it in gear, especially in number 1, just the way I parked it there. Okay? It will keep the car safe in case the brakes fail. At least it has a gear engaged. You see how automatic cars have the parking? So someone puts in parking. Now this is you putting the car in parking. Anyway, so we have it, and what do you do first? You put the key in the ignition switch. With your legs where?
My right leg is in the brakes.
Exactly.
My left leg is in the clutch.
Exactly. And then you start the car. You go 2 steps. The first step is ACC, which turns on the radio, and then the second step, which brings the lights in our display here. Turn the key. Not yet. Turn the key again. Yes. When you see those lights, it means the switch is engaged, okay? And there are some warning lights there that will cover some other day, but today. So for you to start, especially particularly this car, you need to press the clutch really hard. Then start the car. Make sure that your leg is on the brakes as well. But first of all, make sure the car is in free here, on the gear lever. Put it down, left, right. Yeah, it's in free. Left, right only. Is it really in free? Yes, there. When it can go extreme left, extreme right. Okay, now you start the car. Okay, exactly. Now, when you start the car, before you do anything, you look in the side mirrors to make sure there's no one coming, especially the side that you want to go. And in the case of Uganda, you also want to look on the other side to see that the borders are not coming. And then you want to engage number 1. First put it back in free. When it's in free, you go to extreme. No, first go extreme left. First go extreme left. No, extreme left. Okay, I think the problem is that first put it. The car doesn't work that it's not just about you pushing. You see, the car is about patience. You first go extreme left, then you put in number 1. But as you engage these gears, you need to know that you need to be able to notice the side mirrors, the driving mirror, and also in the front and also behind. It's hard work. So let's engage number 1. Let me see you engage number 1. You'll first go extreme left, then up. It's not yet there. First, the thing is, you're not pushing extreme left, you're pushing up. First push extreme left. You're not pushing extreme left, you're pushing up. Left is this way. Then up. Left, then up. You will even feel the gear going in. Okay, do it again. Is that number 1? Then we said you disengage the handbrake. You disengage the handbrake. You press. To disengage the handbrake, you need to press as you pull up. Press as you pull up. Press as you pull up. Pull, this is pulling up. You see? Let go. Let go first. You need to do it yourself. You press as you pull up. Press as you pull up. But you need to always be looking in front, side mirrors, driving mirrors, so that you can see all directions. Okay. So when you do that, now the next step is to look in the side mirrors. Make sure you're not going to block. Then you let go of the clutch slowly. You need to be looking in front. Stop feeling it. You should stop feeling things and focus. Cars are logical. Okay. Let go slowly of the clutch. Slowly. Slowly, it's starting to vibrate, it's starting to struggle. It's not yet struggling enough. Let go of the clutch slowly. And then let go of the brake. It's moving. Make sure you're going in the right direction. Also, you need to control the steering wheel properly. Make sure you're not going to knock anyone off the road. Okay. You need to also look in the side mirrors as well, but you don't stop looking in front. Okay. If you knock anything or anyone, you will pay dearly. Okay. So this is a woman that has never driven a car, and she's driving a manual car. Now, the next step, you need to let go of the clutch totally. If you don't let go of the clutch totally, you will break it. Have you stepped the accelerator? Try now, stepping the accelerator. Well, if you want to know why she's not stepping the accelerator, it's because we are going down here. So now you need to make sure you don't hit the potholes. See, whenever you hit a pothole badly, these are potholes, Ugandan potholes, my potholes. We all own the potholes. Press the accelerator slowly. Press the accelerator slowly. Now, press the clutch and let go of the accelerator. Press the clutch as you make sure you don't go off the road. Okay, press the clutch all the way down. Now engage number 2. You need to look on the road. Number 2 is straight down from number 1. Go. Press the accelerator. Yes. See. And the car has gone off. Press the brake. You make sure you don't roll down. And that's the end of our lesson for today. Now, if you don't know what happened, the car stalled right now. The car stalled because she did not press the accelerator as fast as she would have. She took her time, okay? And she changed the gears. Today, she successfully drove in number 1, okay? But she was unable to drive in number 2, okay? But also it was easy to drive in number 1 because we were going down here. Now, next time, we're going to go up here.